Good to start whenever. Or... Hey Tim, congrats!
Hello.
Congrats on the win. First of all, anything happened to your ear? Just normal, like?
Yeah, I think the doctor said I've just got a bit of a lesion, a bit of a cut. I can't feel it. I don't really know how or when that happened, but
Gotcha.
It's just minor.
Cool. Obviously, big win for you tonight. Got the UD. How would you grade your performance?
Do you know what I would like rate part of my performance a good solid 8 or 9 out of 10. Other parts sloppy, but there's reasoning behind that.
What is that reasoning?
So I had a very strange and difficult fight camp. I suffered I actually went into the fight camp with a minor injury, which kind of exploded into a major injury, and I had to have the best part of 3 to 4 weeks off of completely off of training, where all I was doing every day was walking, swimming, and stretching for 4 weeks. That played with my mind. And part of me contemplated on pulling out. So as you probably noticed in the fight, I wasn't able to get back to my feet and I wasn't able to do much in the grappling exchange, and my wrestling defense was off. And basically, I haven't really wrestled this camp. I had a quite severe injury, but I committed to the fight, and that's how we do it in Birmingham, man. We just get the work done, get the job done.
What allowed you to stay in the fight and end up not having to pull out?
Heart, man.
Yeah.
Lion heart. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got no quit in me. You've got to put me away or put me to sleep I don't know. I've had 21 fights as a pro. I've had 10 fights as an amateur, and I've never lost a decision, man, ever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I tell you, if you go the distance with me, you're going to be on the losing end of it, because I've got no quit in me and I don't slow down. And, if I was to, if nobody goes into a fight 100%, but I would say I went into this fight at 60%, and I was able to do that. And, Bellator need to recognize, man, and put me in the top 10, because I'm coming for that belt.
Does that make the win sweeter? The fact that, you faced this adversity, and not only did you make it to the fight, but you won the fight.
Absolutely. Like I'm buzzing. A lot of this doesn't just go down to me. It goes down to my team. My striking coach, Nathan Epps, jiu-jitsu coach, Thomas Coffey, the teammates, and he's not like my head coach, Leon. He's not my head coach, but where he takes me under my wing a little bit. He looks after me when he stops doing photos with all his fans. He looks after me, he guides me, and we've just got such a solid team in Birmingham. I've got a great bunch of team around me, like physiotherapist. If it wasn't for my physio, Andrew Caldwell, I probably wouldn't have made it to this fight. So shout out to him. Active Therapy, just all the guys back home. My team's solid, and I'm 36 next month. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just getting better and better. So watch me when I come in at 100%. I'll be putting people to sleep.
How much inspiration is it to have a world champ like Leon in your corner and sort of supporting you?
I think it's more inspirational, Leon having me in his team. Without me, he wouldn't have won the world title. So, he owes it all to me. Headshot dead. That's what I do to everyone in the gym. And he copied me. He copied me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Is this kind of like the opening for you guys for your team tonight with Fabian in the main event?
I'm just warming up the crowd, man. Watch what Fabian Edwards does it tonight in the main event. Jeez. World titles everywhere.
Those spinning kicks in the second round, are you surprised they didn't put him away?
Man, it's tough. Like, listen, you don't go to world championship level in Greco-Roman wrestling. I've trained that myself for the last 3 years. We've got a very good Greco coach at our gym. I know how hard that wrestling and that sport is. You don't go to the top there without being an absolute dog. Shout out to Chris. He's a true competitor, and he's very, very young and inexperienced in the game. I've probably had 3 times as many fights as he has. So I think my experience was a big factor in the fight tonight. We may meet again one day, but he ain't going to be going anywhere. He's with a strong team. He's young. He's an athlete. Maybe we'll meet again, further down the road.
Last thing, you were the underdog tonight. You're on the prelims. As you said, you're not in the top 10 in Bellator's lightweight division. Do you feel like you're underrated? And what do you have to do to sort of get that respect?
Mate, I've been the underdog in every single fight I've ever had in my life. I'm always the underdog, but all these guys can keep doubting me, thinking I'm the underdog, and I'll just keep coming in and doing that. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? I don't care. Mate, you fight me, you're in for a hell of a fight. Just Bellator needs to recognise that I beat all the UK guys. None of the European guys want the fight. I'm starting to beat the American guys. what else are they waiting for, man? Just get me on the top 10. Give me the best in the world. Give me that chance. Somebody falls out of the tournament. I'm ready. You know what I mean? I'm ready to step in, make me an alternate. Mike Hogan, all the guys at Bellator, they know I'm always ready to fight.
Thanks, Tim. Congrats.
Marty?
Yes, Tim. What a performance, my guy. My word, you sound a bit unhappy when you first came in answering those questions, but that was such a technical performance. Your power was there, your timing was on point. Must be some bits of it that you're happy with, no?
Yeah, no, I am happy. It's mental, but I'm happy I made it to the fight. Do you know what I mean? Like I was saying to my guy James, like people don't realize like what happens behind the scenes and what you go through. And like the fact that I just made it to the fight was a big win for me. And I'm such a competitor, and I'm so, you know, like my son's 6 years old, and I race him to the top of the stairs, and I have to beat him. You know what I mean? I don't let him win. Like I'm so competitive in all areas of my life. That like when I get in there, I make the switch, and I've got to win. And like I was a bit slow getting going tonight. I'm not gonna lie. Like this injury I had played on my mind. It's there. It's a big black cloud at the back of your mind, and you're worried about it. But man, I'm telling you, if the sold adrenaline that you could take as a drug, get me some of that, man, because I can't feel a thing. I feel brand new. I feel like I could go and do another 3 rounds. So, no, I am happy. I'm happy that I got the win. I'm happy that I made it to the fight, and I'm happy with a lot of areas, a lot of aspects of the fight. But I am also, there's stuff to work on for sure.
Jake?
Tim, I know when the results were read out, the 2:30:27 cards, you seem to shoot your corner a little bit of a look. Was there any sort of worry there in your mind that you thought the judges might have went against you? What was going through your mind? You just seem to shoot the corner a look when you heard 30:27.
You just never know, do you? When it goes to the judges, you just never know. You know, it's very, very difficult for somebody, I think, to be like unbiased and that particular judge. I'm not naming names, but one particular judge might favor wrestling. Might think, well, Chris Gonzalez controlled me for the minute of the last round, even though I pieced him up for 4 minutes of the last round. He controlled me for the last minute, and like they might give him that decision. So I'm not a judge. I've never done a judge's course. I have my opinion on a fight when it goes the distance, but like you just never know, do you? So I'm looking over at them, and they're a bit like, oh, do you know what I mean? Nobody wanted to commit to say, yeah, I've won. So then I'm thinking, shit, like what, you know? So there's always that concern. I think I'm a bit disappointed when I watched the fight back. I think I could have put him away. You know, that's one thing my striking coach said straight away. I think I could have put him away. And it ain't that I haven't got that dog in me to do that, because I have. I think, you know, maybe this will be a learning curve, and who knows? Let's see what happens in the next one.
Thank you, Tim. You're good.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.